Hey guys, welcome to Thursday's video. Now today we're going to be talking about the Hollywood Orchestra from EastWest Instruments. So this is the Hollywood Orchestra. If you go to soundsonline.com, you can look at all their stuff. So this is a little bit about the orchestra. So produced by Doug Rogers, Nick Phoenix, and Thomas Bergersen. By the way, Thomas Bergersen is my all-time favorite composer right now. Anyway, so sound engineered by Sean Murphy, the 2019 Grammy winner,
Best Engineered Album Classical Academy Award, C.A.S. Cinema Audio Society, and the BAFTA
and Emmy Award winning sound engineer. I'm not going to read all this, but you get the drift. But the Hollywood Orchestra is combined of Hollywood strings, Hollywood brass, Hollywood orchestral woodwinds, orchestral percussion, and is collectively the most detailed and comprehensive orchestra. Collectively, the most detailed and comprehensive orchestral virtual instrument. We are going to take a tour and dive right into the EastWest Hollywood Orchestra. So, let's begin with a simple demo of legato strings. I just have a simple reverb on, and this is the full strings long, and down here this is a description, the full string non-vibrato times 2, vibrato times 2, round robin, and then vignette. Let's have you guys hear the first demo. There is a lot of things about this I like, and you guys have to experience it for yourself in order to understand where I'm coming from. So I can give you all the technical insights about this, but to be completely honest, I'm not as technical as I am as a musician. I know a lot about this audio. I know a lot of audio. I know a lot about the interface, but I normally focus on just the musical aspect of it all. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that will already explain that, but I'm just going to give you guys a bit of an example from a musician's perspective. Let's play a 4-chord progression over here. I'm going to go ahead and place down a recording, and then I'm going to add on some other strings to that. So that is the legato strings. So I'm going to load up another track here, and we're going to select the spiccato strings now. So we'll go to short, and over here there's just a lot of different ones like first violins, second violins, full strings. So this is our foundation, and I usually start with a drum loop typically, but we're just focused on the strings today, so I'm going to just make up some sort of rhythm with this. Okay, so here we go. It just finished loading. I'm going to load a bit of reverb. Adjust some of my levels, and that usually is all the way up. So that's the second violins. Here's our viola, cello, and bass. Usually leave that out right there. And let's go ahead and record this. So here's what these sound like. Okay, now let's add that. Well, we'll make something that goes along with this. This is the introduction. You get the point. That kind of gives you an idea what you could do with that. But let's go ahead and we'll copy the same track, but then this time, let me mute that, and we'll copy this again. We'll delete this track, and we'll mute these, load that, and we're gonna play. We're gonna load up a pizzicato, I should say. This is the pizzicato. And again, let me remind you that these are actually recorded by real musicians, not by some synthesized effect that makes it sound like a string. So here we go. This is the pizzicato. We're going to bring these all the way up so you guys can hear. Usually I have these adjusted according to my piece, but I'm going to go full blast with all this. I think you guys might recognize this song. Anyway, you get the point. On to our next one. We have just some solo stuff here, like the violas, the cello, the basses, first and second violins, and then you got some templates, and also you get a quick start guide. And it kind of just plays you like some trills, tremolos, all the different effects and articulations in a real orchestra. So like you got your harmonics, sustain, trill. There's just so much in here. But let's go to the first violins and the effects here, like a trill. Let's play that. Here is a trill. Now, let's do this. I'm going to play that, and now I'm going to load this. On to our next one. Let's close that. Close that. Open that. Do that. Debate. Oh, you're kidding me. I accidentally closed my program. And we're back. So sorry about that. Okay, so we're in the first violins effects, and I'm gonna load the playable runs. Let's see what this sounds like. I honestly don't even remember what this does. So, I think I've only used this like one time when I first got this, and I've just been using the basic strings. But let's see what this sounds like. That is cool. I never heard these ones yet. Wow. Now, key switches are, to explain it, the key switches allow you to switch quickly between the two. Let's just say you're playing some smooth strings to begin an intro, and then you hit the next key switch, and then you start your next part of the song, maybe with some more articulation. I think most every library have key switches, but here we go. This is an example of what they would do. So just basic legato strings, and then let's play this one. On the bottom here, you can click with your mouse or with the keyboard. And as I was going through, I could hear the legato strings getting shorter length. They were shorter in length. And then up here, there's some more articulations, like tremolo. So the last two, they're both trills, but the difference is, if you don't really know much about music theory, I'll explain it. This one is a half-step trill, and the black key, that's a whole step trill. So on a keyboard, we're playing a C to a C sharp. Let me select this. That's a half step. That's a whole step. That is some of the key switches, for example. There are typically 6 first violins, and then 5 second violins, 4 violas, 4 cellos, 2 double basses, and that's 21 instruments. Most of the time in a symphony orchestra, 10 first violins and 10 second violins, which makes sense. Then I would just say 10 violas, 8 cellos, 6 double basses. So you're getting all that in this whole orchestra made by EastWest. So you're getting the real deal with this. If I missed anything, let me know. But for the most part, I think I covered the basic stuff. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to see more, I do have another orchestra, and that is the symphonic orchestra. And the difference between the two is the Hollywood strings, the Hollywood orchestra, has a more cinematic sound for like cinematic music, epic music, film trailer stuff, and then the symphonic orchestra, that has a more classical Baroque sound. Mainly, I use that for like smaller pieces, like quartets or whatever. But it's really up to your own taste. This is a whole subscription base that I'm using that you guys can get as well on soundsonline.com. I will leave a link in the description to go check them out. You can listen to the demos, and but then this is the only one that I actually own, like own, the Symphonic Orchestra Gold Complete. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I think the next couple of videos we'll get into some choirs and stuff. So thank you for watching. Leave a like on this video if you want to see more about the strings, and be sure to subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos when they come out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.